with a record of 5 wins, 0 losses, from Modern Warrior MMA, Rock Hill, South Carolina, welcome, D, the Revenant, Reddick.
Okay, Sam Falgout, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Put a little seasoning on it.
The challenger.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
That's not quite how you do it.
He's feeling himself too much. It happens, right? You can't go back to the well. This is a long-awaited bout, and we are seconds away from the people's main event, featuring D. Reddick, 1/2 right there. My fighter of the year from last year. And
look at the team.
The Modern Warrior corner. This is their last night. This is their last fight out for the night, and they've had a tremendous evening. But I can honestly say, I am absolutely done pretending I can predict what will happen in a Jacob Pais fight.
Oh yeah, no, it's silly.
I'm done. But I will say, this is the man, this is definitely the guy. This is the biggest skill test. This is the guy who went 5-0 in less than like 2 years, and Jacob's put together a very similar record, a very similar run. You know, these are two guys who could not be more different, not just in terms of style, background, personality, upbringing, gyms, teams, friend groups, dynamics, you know, everything about them could not be more fitting to be polar opposites of each other. And obviously it could be their last fight for either guy as amateurs if they wanted it, but we like to see people kind of push that at least to like 7 or 8 fights personally. And it is the Revenant here tonight. He will challenge El Tortuga, our residential Fight For It champion, for the title. He has collegiate wrestling credentials, although he is not fond of bragging about them. In his own words, he sucked in college.
But you know, the thing about wrestling and MMA is the same thing that you need to win wrestling in college.
And his opponent, the champion, with a record of 5-1 out of Greensboro MMA. Welcome, Jacob El Tortuga Pais.
And it's also maybe the first time I've ever heard a majority of the venue be against Jacob.
Oh, as far as the reaction? So the wrestling, the wrestling that you need to win in wrestling is not the same wrestling that you need to win in MMA. It's not the same thing. It's not the same strategies. It's not the same anything, really.
Jacob Pais walking out to the legendary theme music of the one and only Eddie Guerrero. Bringing his own very specific flavor of Latino heat to tonight's festivities is the champion, Jacob Pais. There's his brother Drew in the corner. And you know, there's been a lot of collab. There's been a lot of connection between the Matrix corner and whatever the Pais brothers, you know, corner is. MMA Greensboro is kind of just what they refer to themselves as. I don't know if they have a facility, if they're just doing it in the backyard. Wouldn't surprise me a bit.
So that says MMA. So I just thought it was like 5-1 MMA.
Yeah.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah. That's just the record and the state. And Sam Falgout says fighting out of MMA Greensboro, North Carolina.
I don't know that that's
not it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Right. I'm doing a.
Remember, if you got your flashlight on, you got to get the flash off, please, while they're fighting.
That lady's too old, Sam.
Man, make sure the flash is off while they're fighting. Thank you. Take your flashes off.
Mike had to hit her with the tag light.
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just go down to their level. That's why it's important to have a mat enforcer in the gym.
Yeah. controlling the action in the ring for this championship fight.
All right, there's only one
Steven
name. There's only
Monotabus.
He said relax.
I expect a clean fight. Obey my instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves now if you choose.
Stephen Bontonomus, you are in for a night, Bubba.
Oh man, he's like, oh God, here we go. The circus is in town. It's not the Ringling brothers. It's the Pais brothers.
Pais brothers.
And let's see. Will it,
Boom! Big lift, jumping knee followed by a right hand.
Jacob already looking to bring the chaos.
Reddick caught the kick and finds himself in a guillotine, but he escapes and chops in with the right hand followed by a right high kick.
D has said he really wanted to test Jacob, get his hands on Jacob, and that Jacob's motivated him to fight unlike anybody else who he's ever fought.
Now he's stalking Jacob.
And Jacob made a big deal about being able to throw head kicks.
And you know, we've seen that a few times, Jacob throwing those ill-timed high kicks and knocking himself down. Big left high kick. Oh, a flurry.
Oh my God!
He's in trouble.
Reddick is on top. He's crawling around and he's standing right back up. Jacob is gonna have to stand. That is what he's tricked people into doing so many times. He's tricked people into coming into his guard like that. But D is not gonna do that.
Oh my gosh, to see Pais look like he was in trouble, but D know that there's more than meets the eye. Oh, he dropped him with a body shot.
He faked it. No, that was a complete fake. Completely fake. Nothing touched him.
This is the strategy of Jacob Pais.
Yes, I'm telling you, he's the salesman. He's gonna try to give you a little bit. The problem is sometimes he just gives a little too much. He has to become a counter striker. He needs to be able to hit D on the way in. He can't just rely on D closing the distance for him and then locking up. Eventually, even if it doesn't happen tonight, you'll get knocked out.
Pais playing a bit of possum maybe. Left high kick from D. Reddick and then a jab to the body.
Pais is still clearing the cobwebs, I think.
Yeah.
And Jacob also, honestly, he gets better as the fight gets sloppier. As they get more tired, as they get more sweaty, he honestly gets better.
Jacob reaching for some strikes, and then a flurry of punches, punctuated by a left hook up top that hurts Pais again. Flying knee from D. Reddick as Pais tries to invert and bring his guard to bear.
This is not good. Yeah, just stand up.
And then D. Reddick stands over him and looks to axe kick down onto the body and legs of Jacob Pais. He said, "Get up."
D is really calm so far.
That is such a high IQ choice by D. Reddick. Good push kick from Jacob Pais.
I've never seen Jacob kind of like mind game by someone else before. And so far, he's really shut him down.
So it is a instant reaction. As soon as he's touched with significant strikes, he balls up, inverts, and tries. Woo! Barely missed the capoeira kick as D. Reddick stands now right in front of him, mixing the hands up, going low, blocking any potential answers, and that push kick has been a good attack for Pais a couple times now. I've heard it thud, smack into the body.
He's got a great push kick. He's got a great low kick too. I think that's one aspect of his game that's underrated is the kicking.
D. Reddick is inviting him to strike so that he can hurt him.
Yeah.
He knows that he's got him beat on the feet, I believe. Wow.
The only punch Jacob really landed in that round was that after the bell shot. In my opinion, a 10-8. In my opinion.
He out-gamed the gamer. He out-joked the joker. He froze him. He froze him.
I've not seen Jacob really clueless in a fight like that before. And so far, I mean, you know, Jacob has this ability, this uncanny ability to get much better as he gets hurt more, as the fight goes on longer. But there was not a lot of success. There was not a lot of silver lining for me to talk about in that round, unfortunately for him. But I'm not counting him out. I can never count him out. D is so far relaxed, controlled, and he's not giving Jacob the things that have previously garnered him much of his success.
Yeah, no, when Jacobs makes his victory pies, he makes them with ingredients that his opponent brings. D. Reddick is not giving him anything to work with.
Correct, 100%.
Jacob Pais looking for big kicks. D. Reddick unimpressed. Lots of feints, lots of level changes, and he's touching Jacob Pais. He's almost like showing him, I can touch you and I can grab you whenever I want. And he wants no part of it. He's gonna throw a couple of free shots maybe and then tell him, get him up. What are we booing? Good straight left from Jacob Pais. A little bit of trash talk. He said, "Let's go." He's winding up.
I mean, you know, he's trying to get into the head. He's trying to get the.
It's not going to happen. I don't believe.
I don't know. I mean,
ooh, spinning back fist. Even though it was blocked, it hurt.
He'd actually have to hurt D, honestly.
And now
that stack pass
he went to the well too many times. D got his free shots in, and let's see what he does. Get up, says D. Reddick. Jacob Pais is apparently so threatening, so dangerous.
But he's still so fresh. Like, he's fresh. Like, besides getting hit a bunch, that's the problem. Like, he's not exerting anything really.
Look at the tremendous respect for Jacob Pais' guard that D. Reddick is showing, though, and saying,
you have to.
Nice job on Jacob Pais, well timed. He's changed his strategy.
Oh,
and now he's in a. Oh my God! A brutal knee to the body in transition.
Creative grappling and striking on display. That's mixing the martial arts right there. D. Reddick continues.
That was a brutal knee to a folded up body. Jacob Pais with some decent jabs, but then D. Reddick is so powerful.
Yeah, Jacob's having some success though with that front kick. It is landing. Jacob, when he's allowed to just stand there and throw kicks, he is landing.
There's that spinning back kick. I think I've talked about his spinning back kick before. You can tell that nobody ever taught it to him.
Yeah,
he just does it.
He just did it so many times on a bag or something in his room.
He just needs about 12 minutes of instruction on it, and it'll be a lot better. Big knee, clearing out the wrist. D. Reddick grabbed his wrist and cleared his hands out of the way for the knee to come up the middle.
Now this is where it can get a little crazy because Pais is a really creative guard puller.
Yeah.
He's going to try to Granby roll here.
Yeah, he has a
mistake.
I guarantee Pais has a trick from here.
But D has the inside wrist. Yeah, I was going to say that's going to make it basically impossible to roll.
Nice push kick up the middle, toes going into the body.
There is a strike. There is a way I see for Jacob into this fight, and it's through that push kick. He's having some great success with it.
And he was able to block that left hook for the first time. You know, D. Reddick has had tremendous success going to the body and then up top. He strikes from the bottom.
He's locked into the guard with 9 seconds. I guess it is short time. He's going to get a solid top position.
Man, and a little bit of extracurricular activity. A little mush.
Yeah, I mean, he's still messing with him. You know, Jacob needs to get a mental edge here.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Normally Jacob Pais is the master manipulator. Normally he's the one. That was a beautifully well-timed attempt at a takedown there from Jacob Pais,
but
he couldn't finish
that went on 2 seconds longer because that was from the knee kick. And yeah, I mean, I do think that was kind of the idea that a lot of people had, is that, like, you know, Jacob's not. He is an amazing MMA grappler. He's not a fantastic MMA wrestler. It would be hard for him to get somebody with D's credentials down, even if D sucked in college. You don't get into the room that D was in by not being really good at wrestling. You can be the worst guy in the room he was in and beat literally any guy on the street. Pretty much, 99.9% of guys.
Absolutely.
Until you run into a guy who's equally skilled.
That round, Jacob Pais was able to make some adjustments to kind of mitigate some of the damage from that left hook that D. Reddick was having so much success with, but still, it's all D. Reddick.
Round 3 here.
Hook kick just barely grazes, and a nice push kick up the middle finds the chest. Jacob Pais telling him, come on, let's go, and answers with the left hand. D. Reddick comes back with the right. Left high kick from D. Reddick just glances off, and a left body kick as well. Right hand to the body has been there every time for D. Reddick. He's chasing him, cut him off.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful not to burn all his gas up chasing after Pais.
I don't want that at all. And we still have 2 more rounds. Like, there's a lot of fight left. And I do think Jacob's got a style that can go 5 rounds. He's very good when he's tired. He's efficient also.
Jacob Pais playing possum a little bit, pretending to take a breather to throw the left hand back. And he does it again as well. And then a 3rd time, and then D. Reddick unleashes his own rear hand. Big left kick.
D just has a lot of tools where it seems like Jacob can only get like a shot from like a trick, like doing a trick.
Everything it has to be,
Spinning is a good trick. Maybe you should try that again.
Big high kick, a well-timed high kick, followed by a takedown by D-Reddick. His arm is broken.
It's over! Jacob Pais is done! He doesn't know how to break fall! No one's ever shown Jacob Pais how to break fall, and now he's out of here! Reddick says that's karma, baby, and you know what? It just might be, who knows? It just might be karma delivering a brutal message to Jacob Pais on behalf of the entire North Carolina martial arts scene, coming courtesy of a brutal double leg slam from D, the Revenant, Reddick. Well, I guess now we don't have to deal with him for a while. That was a almost compound fracture. I saw all the bone.
Oh, he's back in.
Oh.
He's back in. He's good.
Oh!
Look, though. Look at his elbow. His doc, I think the doc put him back together.
I don't know about that, brother. I don't think that's how bones work.
Jacob Pais just told him the 2 words. And now they got to do
It's going to be hard to fight 13 guys in the parking lot with one arm. I hope you brought a lot of Pais.
Hey, they're going to have to...
We're replaying it again. They want us to see this thing again for some reason. God, you can look at it this time,
I'm okay.
dude. Nah, man.
I'm okay,
one of us
Jason.
has to go to work.
I'm okay. I'm not going to...
All right, look, it was beautiful. You know, I always tell my students it's easier to take people down when they're swinging, and it certainly was a free takedown when the hips were that high. Jacob Pais just does not know how to break fall.
He reached out to post the hand, but D-Reddick was putting him down. He wasn't putting him down gently like you put down a training partner. No. He was putting him down.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever been double-legged that way. What a performance.
Now maybe
a storybook ending to this fight.
All right, fighters to the center of the cage.
The shock has worn off, and now he's feeling the pain.
Yeah.
I believe when that first happens, you don't. But I think the doc, did you put it back?
Your winner by doctor stoppage in the 3rd round, and new champion D, the Revenant Reddick.
Good job, Doc.
Great job, Doc, and what a way to finish that storybook career, amateur career, 6-0 for D. Reddick. This will go down as a TKO due to injury. It was a completely one-sided fight. There was never a single moment where Jacob was in it, unfortunately, for the Pais fans out there. D, the Revenant, Reddick, reigns supreme.
Hey, but somebody get our doctor a raise, please.
Yeah, that was ballsy. And you know, Clinton had to put the shoulder back in earlier.
Get this man a raise.
The fight for it docs tonight, and the fight for it officiating, the judges, everything's been on fire
so
here
good
in South
tonight.
Carolina. Yep. That South Carolina commission is well rehearsed. They're well practiced.
So good tonight. What a show. Brutal.
If I know Jacob Pais will have a fight again in like 2 weeks.
He's ready to.
Modern Warrior victorious once again in the fight that definitely mattered the most here tonight. Their final fight of the evening, the champion, D. Reddick, victorious.
At this time, I'm in the center of the ring. Let's talk about this, D. You're the new champion now. A lot of bad blood. Y'all finished it right here in the ring. You want to thank anybody? You want to say anything to your opponent? What do you want to say? It's all you, brother.
Raquel! I love y'all, man. I love all of y'all. Thank you for coming out. I wish it would have went a little longer, but that's what happens when you talk smack and you come to Rock Hill. No loss. But, I mean, you talk about somebody's grandmother, you talk about somebody's sexuality. I got teammates who are LGBT, part of that community. That's not cool, man. So I don't respect that. I'm here to fight for anybody, no matter who you are or what you are. So that's what that was for. So I apologize if I was just a little upset. But I do this for y'all because I wouldn't be here or probably even alive if it wasn't for everybody in here right now. So thank you. I love you. Where's my wife at?
The things we do in this life.
Where's my wife at? I love you, baby girl.
But there's another saying that they come back.
And all y'all sitting right here, it's much more to come, but I thank y'all so much. This man right here, Keith the Rockstar Richardson, baby. I wouldn't be here without him. or Modern Warrior, so I'll give the mic up so we can let the pros do their thing, but I need to just do one more thing, and I think y'all know how to do it with me. One team! One team! One team! Modern Warrior on 3! 1, 2, 3!
Nice round of applause one more time for the new champ, D. the Revenant Reddick.